Happy Homebrew Wednesday, guys. This one isn't as happy for me. I know you all saw the game. No excuses. It is what it is. They lost that game. Pretty bummed, but go Patriots. Right, Dan Palmer? So I'm definitely cheering for them, whether they deflated the balls or not. I'm just drinking the black IPA here. I've kind of reviewed that a couple times, and it's about the same. Still good. I got a shorter video this week, I think. Just want to touch base again. So I said I was going down to Minneapolis. Well, it's not this weekend, but the weekend after. I've decided what I'm going to brew. I'm going to brew an IPA. And my friend, his name's Lee, he doesn't know what he's going to brew yet. He's thinking of something light. He said he doesn't like cream ales, so I don't know. Maybe he'll do a pale ale or something. But I want to kind of give a shout out to him. He doesn't have any videos. But I'm really impressed with him. He started brewing. He just did his second batch. It was Imperial Porter, I believe, or just a robust porter. And he made his first yeast starter already. And I'll talk about that later, but I did my first one this week. He's already done that, and he's made a temperature controller for his fermenting, and it's got a hot and a cool, so you can hook it up, I believe, to he's got up to a heat belt because his basement's a little cooler, but he could also hook it up to a refrigerator when he eventually gets like a fermentation chamber or anything, or like a Keezer. So when I'm down there, I'm gonna be sure to show you guys that, and I'm gonna ask him how he made it, because I'd like to have another temperature controller, one for the mini fridge for fermentation, and then one for a Keezer when I eventually get one, which I will. So. And then this weekend, I told you guys I did brew, but I told you that I was gonna record both. I only recorded the cream ale. On Monday, I was extremely hungover, and I just brewing, and I had friends here, and I didn't want to have the extra hassle of recording it. I didn't record any of my yeast starter. I apologize, but if you've seen my system once, you've seen it, enough. So. But I do have the brew day footage of the cream ale. I think it's pretty short. I skipped a couple steps because I had some phone problems, but other than that, I think I got most of everything. So I'll show you guys that. I'll be back. Alright guys, try to focus. It's not focusing in too well. Here's my new thermometer. I guess I'll just have to tell you what the mash temp is, because I don't know if you can see it, but coming up. My goal mash temp is 152. Right now it's at 151.8. I'll stir around to make sure. I think I'm going to try a pH test too, but it looks like it's going to be right on at 152. I realize with my old thermometer I've been about 12 degrees off. So that can definitely explain a lot of the problems I'm having. Alright, so final temp was about 153, and somebody stole my jacket. So, can you guys tell I went straight from waking up to brewing? That's a good day. So I'm gonna start the Vorloff. I did the iodine test. It converted. It's been in probably 70 minutes in the mash. Got some tin foil up here. Just gonna Vorloff, and then I'm gonna just do batch sparge. I'm not gonna do a fly sparge. And I try to check the pH. But the strips I have don't change in Star San. They don't change in water. They don't change in the mash. They haven't changed in anything I've tried, so I don't think they work. And I read online that they're shitty, so I'm not going to count on that. Eventually, I'll probably get a pH meter. So I'm going to start Vorloffing, and we'll see in a while. Here I am Vorloffing. I'm doing it real slow. I do not want to stuck sparge this time, so I'd already done about probably half of one of these pitchers. Yeah, it's looking pretty clear. I might do a full one of these and let it, and then pour it off slowly and start running my first runnings. The first runnings. Look at that color, beautiful. All right, onto my oh, there's my dog. Onto my second runnings. The gravity was about 1095 or something on the first runnings, and the second runnings it's coming at about 1047. So we'll see if I'm going to hit my gravity points. I will let you know. I can't believe I ever lived without a refractometer though. Alright, I'll try to talk loud. I don't know if you can hear. To a boil, have about 7 gallons. My pre-boil was about 1050. I was supposed to be at 10. Alright, so I recalibrated my refractometer, and the hydrometer is reading 1056, and the refractometer is reading 1056. My goal, original gravity, was 1053, so it's 3 points off. Not bad. Not bad at all. And then I have it in the fermenter. Look at all that hop rate, good stuff. And I have it to about, yeah, I don't know, 5 gallon or so mark. I did have about 5.5 left in the pot, but I left some on the bottom. So I'm just slowly shaking this and getting it all oxygenated. And sorry I missed the hop drops. I had problems with my phone and the temperatures, so you didn't see those. But it was an ounce at 60, or no, it was 0.75 ounces at 60, and then 0.2 ounce at 20. So I'll get that downstairs and I'll do a quick clip once it's fermenting. Hey guys, just wanted to update you again on the cream ale. That's upstairs, or the other beer I have fermenting is upstairs. This one's been going now for 4 days. So you can see the Krauser got pretty high on it. Looking like a good color. Still bubbling, you know, at a pretty good rate. So looks like it's gonna be good. And here's the porter. This is about 36 hours later. I had a 20-hour lag with this. I had to bring it upstairs and shake it around, and now, as you can see, it's blowing off. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up before I head to work. But yeah, that's healthy. Oh, and that reminds me, as you guys noticed, I have a new intro. That's not on purpose. That's because I accidentally deleted the standard video I had. So I just made something quick. I'll probably leave that for a while and eventually do something better. But just a sec. And my dog's bothering me again. This is the porter. It's coming into its own. Actually, I might bring one of these down for Josh. It's not terrible, so I won't be too embarrassed. And then you saw in the video that the refractometer issues I was having. Yeah, my first runnings were like 1090 something, and then as you saw, my second runnings were like half. I don't know if that's normal. I don't think it is. So I recalibrated it, and then I think everything was fine, and it worked pretty well for my porter brew day. But I think I need to calibrate it with you know, like bottled water. I'm doing it with tap water, and I don't think you're supposed to do that. So if anyone knows, comment below and let me know if it should be calibrated with bottled water or if that's important. Got my brew log here, so I'll just tell you how the cream ale and porter turned out. The cream ale, I'm not going to list the recipe. I mean, I did it last week. If you want to know, I'll let you know. But the estimated pre-boil gravity was 1043. I hit 1050. And then the estimated original gravity was 1054. I hit 1056 is what I wrote down. And then estimated final gravity is 1015. I'm hoping mine gets a little bit lower, but we'll see. I haven't checked what the alcohol would be, and I mashed at 153, and an actual 153 with a good thermometer now. And then the porter, estimated pre-boil was 1054, actual was 1052, estimated original gravity 1069, or yeah, estimated original gravity 1069. I hit 1064. I don't know what happened there, but I didn't hit my points, which it doesn't matter. It's still going to be about 6%, which is fine for a porter. And then the estimated final gravity would be 1019. I have two different things, but Beersmith says it'll be up like in 1020. So we'll see what that turns out. And then I showed you a little bit of what they look, were looking like a couple days ago. So I'll show you a quick shot here of what they look like right now. All right, here's the cream ale. It's and it's still bubbling, and it's almost hitting 7 days fermenting. But the color's really lightening up. I know it's because it's yeast, but it's just looking really nice. And yeast really hasn't started clearing out yet, but I'm sure it will. And what I like the best here, I don't know if you can see, temp right at 60. I really want the temp at 60. I want it to be clean and crisp. So there's that, and I'll walk over. And then here's the porter. I have my temp controller thermometer taped to it, but now I just have this thermometer, and it's reading, no, there's no way you're gonna see that. It's reading 66 degrees, so that's pretty okay with me. And now I have a bigger blow off because this thing was just ridiculous. It's done blowing off now, but it's still, I mean, you can hear it bubbling. It's just, this thing is crazy. I think it's going to be done within 4 or 5 days, so can't wait to try it. All right, I know that was a bunch of boring footage with the same thing over and over, but when a guy doesn't have footage, what's he going to do, right? So yeah, my starter, I didn't show any of that. What I did do is, I think 2 days before, I did the standard half cup of DME with 2 cups of water, boiled it for 10 minutes. And when I checked my gravity, it was like 1060, and I had seen that on Beer Geek Nation. So I just added some water until the gravity was around 1040, and then pitched the yeast. It sat for about 36 hours, maybe it was less, and then sat in the refrigerator overnight. And right at pitching time, well, I'd taken out of the refrigerator for about 3 hours, but right at pitching time, it was nice and clear, nice cake of yeast. Decanted that, swished it around, and I poured it. What I did is I poured it right in the fermenter, and then poured the beer in on top. And I don't know if that's why I got a lag. Maybe all the hop break material settled down on top of the yeast. I don't think that's possible, because I would think when you're pouring it in, it's going to mix the yeast around. But with that lag, after about 20 hours, I shook the hell out of the fermenter, and then it started within 3 hours. So, maybe that's it. Let me show you something. This is the all grain cream ale. It's been in the bottles now 3 weeks. I know it's not that good yet because I had one this weekend, but I'll show you where it's at right now. This is going to be, video is going to be longer than I actually thought it was. There's a hiss. Problem is like I told you before, I don't think the sugar got mixed in very well. So, some bottles are more carbonated, some aren't, and I think some are just straight up sugar water, and they're going to be terrible. But let me pour it in and we'll see how this one is. And see, this one is super carbonated. So I'm not sure about this cream ale, guys. I don't know. I mean, it's just bubbling like crazy. This very well could be one of the bottles that had I didn't expect this, so I'm sorry. I'll probably cut some of this out. Alright guys, so there was a bunch of footage there, and what I realized is one of the bottles I had grabbed you was completely, sugar water. It actually tastes alright. It tastes like, I don't know, like a white wine. But let's try another one. This one's not cold. We'll see. But this is why I'm going to try to get more kegs. I can't bottle anymore. I've just had too many issues with it. So let's try this again. Glass is empty. This one looks a little bit darker. No chill haze, obviously, because this isn't very, well, this isn't cold at all, to be honest. So it's clear. Guys, I'm fucking disappointed. This cream ale tasted really good before the bottles, and now it's just not good. So I'm gonna leave them upstairs for a couple more days. I'm gonna bring them downstairs and cool them off, and we'll see. So let me smell. Smells like cider. that's about it. So let me get a taste. This one's not bad. I mean, it's still sweet, and I would have to guess that all the sugar isn't fermented yet. And if it, when it does, and it will, it'll be a bottle bomb just like that one. So that's unfortunate. I was looking to give one of those to Josh. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that either. So that's kind of disappointing. And then next week, I really don't have a lot going on, so I know that I'll do a homebrew Wednesday, but there's not going to be much. So you guys have a, and now I'm a little depressed, but you guys have a happy homebrew Wednesday, and we'll see you next week.